Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to say Kahalayim La, Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Hashem, Makakwadachi, double honors to our apostles, our elders, at the great millstone, peace and salutations to the Lord's elect that's laboring this truth, that wait upon the Redeemer. All right. So, they tell you in Deuteronomy 28:68, right, you shall go into Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee, and no man shall buy thee, and no man shall redeem thee. All right. So we're looking for a deliverer. All right, our deliverer, that is the ones that the Lord appointed from the beginning into this faith. All right, the ones that sign and crying for the abomination that be done in the midst thereof. Now, the world already has their consolation, but ours comes from above. All right, because we're not of this place. All right, and the proof is in the pudding, as the proverbial saying goes, man. As the proverbial saying goes, the proof is in the pudding. But this is Job chapter 19 and verse 25, and it says, "For I know that my Redeemer liveth, and that he shall stand at the latter day upon the earth. And though after my skin worms destroy my flesh, yet in my flesh I shall see the Most High, whom I shall see for myself, and my eyes shall behold, and not another, though my reins be consumed within me. But ye should say, why persecute we him, seeing the root of the matter is found in me? Be ye afraid of the sword, for wrath bringeth the punishment of the sword, that ye may know that there is a judgment." All right, so I know that my Redeemer liveth, and he shall stand upon the earth. He shall stand at the latter day upon the earth. So with that being said, we're looking for a Redeemer, man. We're looking for our Redeemer. We're looking for our salvation from on high, man. All right, this place ain't got nothing to offer us, man. Everything here is vanity, and vexation of spirit. Everything here is vanity and pure vexation of spirit, And we have a more sure word of prophecy. We have a heavenly tabernacle that's awaiting us. That's the promise that the Lord made to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, our forefathers. And the Lord said he's a power that keeps in perpetuity to 1,000 generations, So meaning forever. The Lord keep that word. The Lord keep that oath that he made with our fathers. Therefore, he said, no man shall buy thee and no man shall redeem thee, because a horse is a vain thing for safety. And men can't help us. Man can't help us. Nobody can help us. Our strength and our salvation coming from on high, man. All right, and that's what people are lacking faith, as they once had, knowing that they were Israelites back in the ancient world, But even then, they were still going off. That's why the Lord cast them aside and gave them to the hands of their oppressors. To this day, as it says in the book of Baruch, we are yet this day in our captivity. But thou hast scattered us to be a reproach and a proverb, to be trodden down underfoot, man. Okay. As our people are wild bull in the net, I believe that's Isaiah the 51st chapter. As a wild bull in the net. So it says Psalms 19 verse 13, it says, "Keep back thy servant also from presumptuous sins, and let them not have dominion over me. Then I shall be upright, and I shall be innocent from the great transgression. Let thy words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in thy sight, Oh Lord, my strength and my redeemer. Yeah, so I had King David. You know, oh Lord, my strength and my redeemer. Right, and the house of David will be in that spirit, the spirit of looking for their redeemer in the last days, man. That's why I said watchmen on the walls, Isaiah 6:2 and 6. I said watchmen on the walls, Jerusalem that shall never hold their peace day nor night. He that make mention of the Lord, keep not silence. You know, keep not silence. Why? Because the redeemer is nigh. Right? He says, shout, cry for him, look for him upon his return, upon his coming. You know, that we may be filled with his grace, with his mercy. You know, that we're supposed to seek him. All right, seek our redeemer. Now it says Psalms 78 in verse 35. It says they remembered the Most High Habashah was their rock, and the Most High God was their redeemer. Nevertheless, they did flatter him with their mouth, and they lied onto him with their tongues. That's why the Lord said, the lying tongue shall be cut out, man. The lying tongue shall be cut out. Because you gotta come to the Lord with sincerity, man. You know. I remember my pop, you know, if I ever lied to him, you know, he'll be heartbroken. He'll be like, you think I'm a dumbass? You lied to me. I'm your father, blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you'll tell him you'll tell him a little white lie or whatever. You know, being a dumbass kid, and he'll beat your ass. You know, but really, he's more hurt at the fact that you would lie to him, man. You know, really, he's more hurt at the fact that, you know, nigga, I'm your father, bro. You know, you gonna fucking lie to me, man? You fucking asshole. And you deserve what you get, man. You know, because you're a fucking wicked kid, man. The scriptures tell you, foolishness is setting the rod of the child, man. You know, you don't fucking know no better. Or you just got wickedness in you. That's why you got to get whoopings, man. You got to get beatings, and the Lord gave us a good one. You know, He gave us a real good one, right? But ultimately He's gonna redeem us, have mercy on us, man. It says for their heart, Psalm 78 and 37, for their heart was not right with Him, neither were they steadfast in the covenant. But He, being full of compassion, forgave their iniquity and destroyed them not. Yeah, many a time turned He His anger away from, and did not stir up all His wrath. For He remembered that they were but flesh, a wind that passed away and cometh out again. How oft did they provoke Him in the wilderness and grieve Him in the desert? Yet they they turned back and tempted the Most High and limited the Holy One of Israel. Yeah, but we're not in the spirit of living in the Holy One of Israel, you know, as we were as being aliens from the Commonwealth of Israel. I remember being in the world. I remember being some dumbass. You know, you're under the illusion of Esau. You know, you're in the world, and I was like, "There's no God." Blah blah blah. You know, hey, and that's how. I didn't say that, but we all said that at one. I think I had fallen into this whole thing of, like, you know, the science and all this different shit. And that was when I was like fucking 14, 15. I was in high school and shit. You know what I'm saying? You're in that dumbass shit because this is the world puts on you, man. But then the Lord shows you that He's real, man. You know, then the Lord shows you that He's real. All right, that He exists, that He's simple, and that He's working. You know, He revealed Himself to you. You know, and you believe, and then you bring forth other believers. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to convert the scripture say that you may subvert the hearers. You know, those that will be of my wedding, of my flock. You know, but anywho, you know, when you limit the Holy One of Israel, you know, their wrath come upon you, man, and you get judgment. All right, but the Lord said, look for your Redeemer. All right, the Lord said, look for your Redeemer, because ain't nothing out here that's gonna save us, man. You know, ain't nothing out here gonna help us. It's all empty talk, empty babble, and vain promises, and you know, because ultimately our soul have always been seeking for this truth, but now we have come to it, you know. And Lord, when we remain, you know, because that's the key, to remain, endure, you know, until we'll be reunited again with our power, you know. So Proverbs 23 and verse 11, for their Redeemer is mighty, and He shall plead their cause with thee. Apply thine heart unto instruction, and thine ears to the words of knowledge. Yeah, when you apply your heart to this wisdom and this knowledge, you come to find out that the Lord is more than real, man, and that He's around you. He's always been around you, you know. But being in the flesh, you start to doubt. You start to doubt and shit. You like, man, Lord's not. Why He ain't answer my prayer? Cause you praying in the name of Jesus Christos, man. You praying and you doing all this debauchery. You over there smoking weed. You doing, you know what I'm saying? You're dealing with other men's women. That's that in the world, man. That's what the fuck you're doing. All right. But see, the Lord had the mercy on you to bring you into this truth, man. Show Himself to you as he hasn't shown Himself to everybody, man. All right. So then you become a servant. Then you become then you dedicate yourself to him, as it says in Sirach 39:1. It says, he that is occupied in the meditation uh, is conversing in dark parables. You know, okay, he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High is occupied, in the meditation thereof, and is conversing in dark parables and sayings. Because here it is, you're gonna give your mind to the law of the Most High. And therefore the Lord is gonna ultimately redeem you. Because you kept the faith. But you got to be occupied in His work. You got to be occupied in His business, because this is what He gave you this is what He revealed Himself to you for. This is what the Lord has revealed Himself to you brothers out there for. That you may be pillars of that new world. All right, that He may redeem you, so that you may be pillars of that new world to come. All right, Lord doesn't do anything for just for show. Lord does things for a purpose, particular reason. Why they put us through all this hell, so He can show you something, man. You are my children. You belong to me. I chastise you because only you have I known of all the families of the earth. Amos 3:2. All right. So it says Proverbs 23:11, their Redeemer is mighty, and He shall plead their cause with thee. Apply thine heart unto instruction, and thine ears to the words of knowledge. All right. Withhold not correction from the child. The Lord then will withhold that correction from us. But if thou beatest him with the rod, he shall not die. We're going to live forever because the Lord beat us with the rod and gave us His wisdom and breathed His spirit into us. But first He had to put you through a sore travail. So it said 14th verse, thou shalt beat him with the rod, and thou shalt deliver his soul from hell, from destruction, my son. If thy heart be wise, my heart shall rejoice, even mine. Yeah, my reign shall rejoice when thy lips shall speak right things. So like I said, when I was in the world, your lips wasn't speaking right things. You was talking, you were talking against the Most High, man. You was saying things that was incorrect, man, because of the foolishness. But the Lord said he knew that you were but flesh. In Psalms the 78th chapter, as you just read. All right. Right about the 37th verse that we just read earlier. He said He knew that they were but flesh. Therefore He winked at us, man. Therefore he had compassion. All right. Knowing that they were but flesh. All right. Knowing that He put us under this curse. All right. Therefore He had a balance with us. Now it says Isaiah 41:14, it says, fear not thou worm, O Jacob, thou worm, you're but flesh. That ye men of Israel, I will help thee, said the Lord, thy power and thy redeemer, the Holy One of Israel. Behold, I will make thee a new sharp instrument having teeth, and thou shalt thresh the mountains and beat them small, and thou shalt make the hills as chaff. That's why He said, to them that wait upon me, they shall renew their strength and mount up as eagles, and judge the Mount of Zion, judge the Mount of Esau. The saviors of upon Mount Zion shall judge the Mount of Esau, Obadiah 1 and 21 on down. All right, so anyway, it says, behold, I'll make thee a new sharp instrument having teeth, and thou shalt thresh the mountains and beat them small, and thou shalt make the hills as chaff, and thou shalt fan them, and the wind shall carry them away. The whirlwind, the Lord said He's going to bring fanners against Babylon, which you would be the number one fanner, because you spiritually tearing this place down, then the Lord is going to send the kings of the east to bring these missiles on these devils. Because here it is, the thief, the chariots are already in the house of the thief, as it says in Zechariah the 5th chapter. They're already here. All right. So now what's left? We're here. We're in captivity. The ships are here. They're here, getting ready to deliver us. All right. But what's left? What's left is this micro here to come. the missiles to come. All right, the deliverance. That's what's left to be fulfilled, man. All right, the sealing of the election, which is taking place as we speak, as you see these men coming into His truth, and you few women. All right, you see them being sealed by the word of the Lord. All right, you see them being instructed in the way of old. All right, and that's the wedding being furnished with guests. So His wedding is being furnished with guests. Now what remains the destruction. That's what remains. All right, and the Lord's gonna do so speedily. He said He make a speedy riddance of the wicked that's in the land, man. That's the Redeemer. He does two things: redeem and destroy. Destroy and deliver. That's why He said He compasses about with songs of deliverance. This word, which the majority of people are gonna reject because they're of the devil. They're of the so-called white man, and they're of the world. They love this place. They love the flesh. That's why the Lord told them to depart from this place, man. But anyways, Isaiah 41:17. It says, oh no, 16. The second half of 16. And then the whirlwind shall scatter them. The whirlwind shall scatter them. And thou shalt rejoice in the Lord, and shalt glory in the Holy One of Israel. When the poor and needy seek water, and there is none, and their tongue filleth for thirst, I, the Most High, will hear them, and I, the God power of Israel, will not forsake them. I will open rivers in the places, in high places, and fountains in the midst of the valleys. I will make the wilderness a pool of water, and dry land a spring of water. And I will plant in the wilderness the cedar, the shittah tree, myrtle tree, oil tree. And I'll set in the desert the fir tree and the pine tree, the box tree together, that they may see and know and consider and understand together that the hand of the Lord have done this. See, your people ain't gonna believe until the Lord does these things, until they see you levitating, floating on on the air, shooting lasers out your eyes and shit. They ain't gonna believe until the Lord has done this by His servants, the prophets. That's how they ain't gonna believe that y'all are men of the Lord until, they see the nations bound down before your feet. All right, other than that, you just a nigga. So with Jake, you gotta prove everything, man. The Lord said what? Prove all things. And what the Lord's gonna show forth, but the proof that's already in you, brothers. By way of the spiritual power He's gonna give you. Then they're gonna know a prophet's been amongst them. Then they're gonna understand when the Lord starts judging on your behalf. Then they're gonna understand, man. Those are men of the Lord. Those were special vessels. So, anyways, it says Isaiah 41:20 that they may see and know and consider and understand together that the hand of the Lord have done this. What hand? The right hand, man. All right, which you happen to be part of that right hand, man. If you carry His word in a pure conscience, man. And if you are those that were redeemed from the earth, it said what 144,000 that were redeemed from the earth. So it says, produce your cause, said the Lord, bring forth your strong reason, and say the King of Jacob. Yeah, produce your cause, meaning show me why I should save you, man. Show me why I should plead your cause in the sight of the heathen, man. Let them bring forth and show what shall happen. Let them show the former things and what they be, that we may consider them and know the latter end of them, or declare us things for it to come, and show the things that are to come hereafter, that we may know that ye are gods. Yeah, do good or do evil, that we may be dismayed or behold it together. Behold, ye are a work of nothing, and you are of nothing, and your work of not, and he's an abomination that chooseth you. Yeah, the people of this world are going to choose these nothing false prophet niggas, politicians, idols, Jesus Christ, the world. They're going to go after the world. They're going to go after the sight of the eyes, the pride of life, But he's an abomination that chooses you. All right. The scripture say he that condemns the just and justify the wicked is both an abomination to the Lord. So these people are justifying the evil and loving the hating the evil and loving the good. I mean, hating the good and loving the evil, I should say. Tongue twister. But anyways, therefore they're afraid. Right now they're afraid because they know that they know deep down inside they denied the Holy One of Israel, man. Your people know. That's why they walk around with a messed up countenance. You look at them. Look at these people. They know what they've done. All right. And they got to drown themselves in all kinds of drugs, addictions, sexual perversion in order to make themselves feel some type of way, man. That's why I got to get together under a fucking Christmas tree and shit, and take all kind of pictures on his IG and this and that so they can make themselves feel like they're doing something. They got to go all over the world to make themselves feel fulfilled. See, the Lord already gave us fulfillment in the spirit, man. He said, what? A good man shall be filled with himself. All right. Proverbs 14:14, man. Okay. So Isaiah 43 and verse 14, thus saith the Lord, your Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel. For your sake, I have sent to Babylon and brought down all their nobles. For your sake, I fucked up these white people, man. These Babylonians, these Hamites. I messed up the Egyptians. For your sake, I tore them a new one. I split the sea, drowned their asses in there. You know, for your sakes. All right. And you still turn around and spit in my face. Therefore, the Lord's going to leave you, most of you here, man. All right. And have brought down all their nobles and the Chaldeans, whose cries in the ships, I am the Most High, your Holy One, the Creator of Israel, your King. Thus said the Lord, which maketh the way in the sea and a path in the waters. A path in the waters. What did he do? He spread the sea to make a path in our way. All right. That lest we dash our foot against the stone. All right. Here it is. Now the Lord's gonna give us charge again. He's gonna split this damn devil in two, man. All right. He's gonna divide these devils. He's gonna divide them and ultimately destroy them, man. You know, he's gonna do more greater miracles than the first Exodus. Much more greater miracles, man. All right, which they're gonna be speaking about in perpetuity, man. Throughout the millennia, they're gonna be speaking about this, man. All right, about this destruction and this deliverance that he did on behalf of the children of Israel, man. Because everybody knew that those were the people, that was the Most High that did that. You know, when it was spread abroad throughout the land, man, the fame was spread abroad throughout the land of the Israelites and their God. You know. So, anyways, it says, which bring forth Isaiah 43:17, which bring forth the chariot and the horse, the army and the power. They shall lie down together, and they shall not rise there extinct as is quenched as a toad. That's right. The enemies of Israel shall be extinct, man. You ain't gonna see them no more. You ain't gonna see no other nations out there, you know, standing up there, and you know, the UN and all this other shit. You know, you ain't gonna see no white man up there. You know, see no America. You know, all these terms and all this bullshit that these people talk about, Russia, and you know, there ain't gonna be no more. The Council G6 summits and all this bullshit. That's just our slavery. That's our slavery. Them being empowered, them conversing on the earth about policies and this and that. That's our captivity, man. Them having you working every fucking day. You know, get one day Christmas off. Get Christmas off, then you gotta go back to slavery. You know, because they say so. This is their holy days. This is their holidays. This is their kingdom. You know, but our kingdom is to come by the hand of our Redeemer. So it says Isaiah 44 and verse 1. It says, "Yet now hear this, O Jacob, my servant, and Israel, whom I have chosen. Thus saith the Lord that made thee, and formed thee from the womb, which will help thee. Fear not, O Jacob, my servant, and thou Jeshurun, whom I have chosen. I'll pour out water upon him that's thirsty, and floods upon the dry ground, and I will pour my spirit upon thy seed, and my blessing upon thy offspring. And they shall spring up as among the grass, as willows by the watercourse. One shall say, I'm the Lord." That's what we're saying. We belong to the Lord. That's what we're saying. We're surnaming ourselves by the name of Israel. All right. Putting on yourself the names of the Lord, you know, taking on Hebrew names, going out there with that, representing your power, you know, on the earth, in the face of all adversaries, your own people, the Edomites, the heathens, the wicked elite, you know. But see, the Lord said, I'll stand with you, you know. And the Lord, the Redeemer, is the one that had chosen thee, man, you know. So anyway, it says Isaiah 45 and 44 and 5. One shall say, I'm the Lord's, and call himself by the name of Jacob. And another shall subscribe with his hand unto the Lord, and surname himself by the name of Israel. Thus saith the Lord, the King of Israel and his Redeemer, the Lord of hosts. I am the first, the last, and besides me there is no God. Who shall say, it's like it, who as I shall call and declare it and set it in order for me, since I appointed the ancient people, and the things that are to come and shall come, let me show them unto you. Fear ye not, neither be afraid. Have I not told thee from that time? Have I not declared it? Ye even are my witnesses. Is there a God besides me? Yeah, there is no power. I know not any. Yeah, that's why I said you are my witnesses, because you stand in testimony of the fact that this is real. You've seen the men of the Lord doing their work. You've seen that there was You've seen the wonders of the Lord in Egypt. You've seen the wonders of the Lord in America, and all the different captivities we've been in, man. And therefore, you stand as witnesses to the greatness of the Lord, man, and his redemption, and his great mercy, and his great compassion that he had on a wicked people, man, that was rebellious at heart, you know. Yet and still, the Lord was long suffering, compassionate, knowing that you are but flesh, you know. So, anyways, it said Isaiah 44 and verse 21. I'm jump down 21. Say, remember these, O Jacob and Israel, for thou art my servant. I formed thee, and thou art my servant, O Israel. Thou shalt not be forgotten of me. For I have blotted out as a thick cloud that transgressions, and as a cloud that sins, return unto me, for I have redeemed thee. Sing, O ye heavens, for the Lord hath done it. Shout, ye lower parts of the earth, and break forth into singing, ye mountains. O forest, every tree therein, for the Lord hath redeemed Jacob, and glorified himself in Israel, not in any other nation. Thus said the Lord, that Redeemer, and he formed thee from the womb. I am the Lord that maketh all things, that stretch forth the heavens alone, that spread abroad the earth by myself, that frustrated the tokens of the liars, and make diviners mad, that turn back wise men backwards, and make their knowledge foolish. That confirm the word of his servant, and perform the counsel of his messenger, that said to Jerusalem, thou shalt be inhabited, and to the cities of Judah, ye shall be built up, and I will raise up the decayed places thereof. And that's what he's doing. He's raising up the decayed places through his men, because they're going to build the kingdom up through the slaves that the Lord going to give you. That's when you're going to be blessed. Okay, because we ain't going to do no hard work or labor. The hard work is accomplished. Your punishment is already accomplished. The back-breaking work was already done here, you know, building up this big bullshit place, and ultimately building up the kingdom of to come through the spirit, through the work, through the vineyard, through the plowing. The Lord said, what? I've sent laborers into my vineyard, you know. And what they're doing, they're plowing. They're building up the new kingdom through the spirit, the third temple. Because we can't build a physical temple. The heathens own every fucking thing. So what are you going to do? You're going to build in the spirit. And therefore, the Lord is going to build that temple through you. Because he said, what? First Peter, the 2nd chapter, you are lively stones, a spiritual house, royal priesthood, chosen generation, that you may bring forth what? The new world. You know? So it says, Isaiah 47:4, as for our Redeemer, the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Shai hosts of army is his name. The Lord of armies is his name. The Holy One of Israel. Sit thou silent, get thee into darkness, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called the Lady of Kingdoms. That's the America and all her little whorish sisters, you know, that are conspiring together, pursuing Psalms 83. They have made a confederacy to blot out the name of Israel, to cut off the name of Israel from the record books, from the remembrance of the people. But see, the Lord left behind a monument of remembrance, his elect, that stand as pillars of the world to come. So I say, Isaiah 48 and verse 16, come ye near unto me, hear this, I have not spoken in secret from the beginning. From the time that I was there, from the time that it was, there I am, and know the Lord power and his spirit have sent me. Thus saith the Lord power, thy Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel. I am the Lord thy power, which teacheth thee the prophet, which leadeth thee by the way which thou shouldest go. Oh, that thou hadst hearkened to my commandments, then thou had peace as a river. Then hadst thou peace as a river, and thy righteousness as the waves of the sea. Thy seed also should have been as the sand, and thy offspring of thy bowels like the gravel thereof. His name should not have been cut off nor destroyed from before me. So the redeemed shall return, man, and their offspring shall be as the sand sea, as the gravel thereof, you know. Therefore, he gonna feed us and give us green pastures, because we have returned, man. You know, we have returned, and we're rehearsing, as it says in Judges 5:11, rehearsing the righteous acts, which ultimately the Lord sees, and he looks upon this with favor, you know. So Isaiah 49 and verse 7, thus saith the Lord, that the Redeemer of Israel and his Holy One, to whom man despiseth, to him whom the nation abhorreth, to a servant of rulers, kings shall see and arise, princes also shall worship, because of the Lord that is faithful, and the Holy One of Israel, he shall choose thee. Thus said the Lord, in an acceptable time I have heard thee, and in the day of salvation I have helped thee, and I will preserve thee, and give thee for a covenant to the people, to establish the earth, to cause thou to inherit the desolate heritages, that thou mayest say to the prisoners, go forth; to them that are in darkness, show yourselves. And they shall feed in the ways, and their pasture shall be in all high places. Their pasture shall be in all high places, because they inhabit the greatest parts of the earth. All right. And have the greatest substance, and be merry, and have abundance, as the Lord said. So Isaiah 49:25, but thus said the Lord, even the captives of the mighty shall be taken away, and the prey of the terrible shall be delivered. For I will contend with them that contend with thee, and I will save thy children. And I will feed them that oppress thee with their own flesh, and they shall be drunken with their own blood, as with sweet wine. And all the flesh shall know that I am the Lord thy Savior, and thy Redeemer, the mighty one of Jacob, the mighty one of Yahweh. All right. So it says, Isaiah 54:8, in a little wrath I hid my face from thee for a moment, but with everlasting kindness will I have mercy on thee, said thy Redeemer. In a little moment, for 2,000 plus years, that's a little moment for the Lord. That's 2 days. Let's say Hosea 6:2. It says what? On let's get that. Amos 6:2. It says first verse, woe to them that are at ease in Zion, and trust in the mountain of Samaria, the heathens, which are named chief of the nations, to whom the house of Israel came in slavery. Pass ye unto, oh, my bad. It's not the one. It's not the one. That's the one, but that was good. That's the spirit had me read that. Amos 6:1. That's a good one. Hosea 6:1. I clicked on the wrong one. Hosea 6:1. Come ye and let us return unto the Lord. They go, for he hath torn and he will heal us, and he has smitten and he will bind us up. After 2 days, he will revive us, and in the third day he will raise us up, and we shall live in his sight. Then we shall know if we follow unto the Lord. His going forth is prepared as the morning. He shall come unto us as the rain, as the latter and former rain upon the earth. So 2,000 years, after 2,000 years, he will revive us. He breathed back his spirit into you. He said after 350 years, right? When he said 3.5 days, the spirit of life entered them. They stood up on their feet, right? Ever since you came here and in this chattel slavery, the Lord sent you Abba Bivens. The Lord sent you Elijah, John the Baptist, right? Then he sent you all the rest of the prophets. Lest the Lord come and smite the earth with a curse, right? So that was the Lord reviving you. And the third day, he'll raise you up. In the third day, he's going to lift you up in the ships and make you guides on the earth, not peasants, not servants anymore. So it says Isaiah 54:8, in a little wrath, I hid my face from thee for a moment, but with everlasting kindness will I have mercy on thee, said the Lord thy Redeemer. All right. So Isaiah 59 and verse 20, and the Redeemer shall come to Zion, and unto them that turn from transgression in Jacob. As for me, this is my covenant with them, said the Lord, my spirit that is upon thee, and my words which I put in thy mouth shall not depart out of thy mouth, nor out of the mouth of thy seed, nor out of the mouth of thy seed, not out of the mouth of thy seed, nor out of the mouth of thy seed, said the Lord, from henceforth forevermore. All right. Okay, so with that, I leave it there. I say, call I'm Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Rakakwadash. Demonstrate to our apostles, teachers, all right, the elder bishops, brothers that came before us. The peace that takes to the election. All right. Shalom. Shalom.